everyone, and welcome back to the Bonehead Collective, where today we are getting around to the 200 subscriber special Q&A, where today I am joined by Wick.
Hi.
Did you want to introduce yourself at all?
So I'm Wick. I really am from London, but I just have this very good American accent.
Just practicing for your roleplay.
Yes, it's just 100% for my. I hope does it sound authentic?
It has a very Rhode Island kind of.
I wanted non-regional diction.
Yeah, like you've got like that New England twang to it.
I'm a little insulted, actually. Yeah, so I am from the United States and met BoneHead through playing D&D online. And I think we both started playing around the same time, about a year ago, January for me. And it's been super fun. It's been super fun learning to play. And it's been really fun being able to play with other adults, because that's not originally how I learned to play. But it's been really great to be able to play with people from all over the world. And yeah, there's nothing really exciting about me other than I'm a weirdo who occasionally says some funny things. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that feels, but yeah, no, I never actually thought about the fact that, because like obviously you're from the States, I'm from the UK. We've got like Welsh people. I'm fairly sure one of them lives in Sweden.
Yep.
There's got quite a diverse bunch going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I've played with people up in Canada. I've played with people in Denmark too. So yeah, I just like all over the place. It's really kind of fun, and I think that probably is something that we can thank COVID for, because I don't know that we would have been brought to. I mean, I probably wouldn't have been brought to D&D at all without it, and I definitely wouldn't have been brought online, and seeking out other people. So, yay COVID? No, not yay COVID.
Silver linings.
Yes.
But the way we've structured this is we've got roughly 50 questions to get through, or is that number whittled down from?
No, it's about 50.
About 50 questions. We've categorized them into specific categories. I've realized my mic was like halfway up here the whole time, so that's going to be funny. And we're going to go from the category with the least number of questions up to the most. So just a more roundabout way of doing things. So why don't we kick it off with question number 1? Awesome.
Question number 1 is, what's your favorite karaoke song?
Oh. It's my shower song and my when no one's listening song, but I do enjoy singing Lionel Richie's Hello.
That popped up on I use Spotify, so on my daily mix, I think it was daily mix 2. First song was a David Bowie song because I love David Bowie, and the second song was Lionel Richie. And actually, I have a DM who loves some Lionel Richie to the point where, not to get too off topic, but it's funny. It's a disco campaign. And so on New Year's Eve, 1979, before we hit 80, we were transported away, right? And so you get inspiration for doing different like cultural but time appropriate references. And so Lionel Richie was definitely during that time, not so much in his solo career though. So the last session we played a game where I tried to fit in as many Lionel Richie phrases from songs as I could, and knowing that I would get psychic damage if I did it out of the appropriate time period, I stuck in hello, and I did exactly that. I said, "Hello, hi, is it me you're looking for?" And I definitely took psychic damage, and it was 100% worth it. But yeah, it's a great song. But you'd never sing it in public? There's no chance that we could get a performance right now. No.
No, not a chance. Not even if you paid me.
Not well. I mean, maybe we will. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe.
Everyone has a price, yeah.
All right. So on to other fun things. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Banana.
Don't tell me you don't ice cream, because if you don't like ice cream, I don't know that we can continue.
The funny thing is like I'm lactose intolerant, but I still have normal milk in my tea, and I very much eat ice cream.
So you just do it anyway.
Because the way I see it, lactose intolerance never killed anyone. It's not like a peanut allergy where you will like choke and die.
Fair.
Like the worst I'm gonna do is get the shits. Like,
And ice cream would definitely be worth it.
oh, 100%. I actually had some with, last night. I made a really nice apple crumble for after dinner, and nice splodge of ice cream on the side. It was amazing. Can't go wrong with it.
What kind of ice cream did you pair with apple crumble?
We went vanilla,
That's
but if I had my
really
way,
kind of the only choice.
yeah. I suppose that's a long roundabout way of saying banana's my favourite.
Apple crumble, vanilla ice cream equals banana ice cream.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know that that's a very popular choice.
No.
I've never had banana ice cream, just banana ice cream, but we have a place over here that does shakes. And so they use fresh bananas and probably vanilla ice cream, but they make it and it's really, really good. And I love it when the banana piece is too big, and so like it gets stuck in the straw, and so you have to pick it up and then get a little treat. And you can't feel bad because it's banana, so it's fruit, so it's healthy, right? It's a healthy ice cream to have, so it's not bad. You're making a good choice in eating banana. So you could probably eat it for breakfast.
Probably. I mean, we do get tubs of like really dirt shit. I don't know if you get like tubs of like dollar ice cream out there, like, but we can get tubs of like ice cream for £1.
I would have such a bigger problem than I already do if I could get it for $1 I mean, if they did $1 for a tub, it'd be like this big, and probably not, because the fancy stuff comes in tubs this big, and so it's always like $7 for the little one.
No, we have a shop called Asda, which is owned by Walmart. And they do tubs of banana ice cream and like banana flavored icicles, but they, in like the far end of the freezer section, they'll have like a pint of ice cream, like just basic vanilla, like terrible quality though, mind you, but only £1.
I mean,
yeah,
you do what you got to do.
Yeah. But I think the best banana anything, actually thinking about it, is I know it's not technically ice cream, but it's the McDonald's milkshakes.
You guys get those in banana?
Yeah, we get them in banana.
I don't think we get them in banana here.
Yeah, it's like my go-to milkshake is a banana.
That's interesting. I think that we have just chocolate and vanilla, and there may be strawberry. I don't know, because I don't go there very often. And the fancy one that everybody always freaks out about is the Shamrock Shake. Do you guys get the Shamrock Shake?
No. That's
so
not...
St. Patrick's Day, because that's an excuse to drink over here. But it's basically violently green and a little minty.
Okay.
And it's, not very good, but everybody loves it. I don't know, maybe it's nostalgic. I don't know. Maybe people just really like green ice cream?
I don't know. I mean, over here, the only time I see people get violent over drinks is like in the autumn time when like pumpkin spice lattes came out, like when I was working.
I think that's probably worldwide.
Yeah. Because I worked at Starbucks and another coffee shop we've got over here called Costa.
Okay.
And they both did pumpkin spice, and you get like Karens and like the whole Karen joke come out, but that's when Karens would come out in droves.
Pumpkin spice brings them out.
I don't get why. I don't like it. I've tried it. I've tried both stores' versions, and I'm not a fan.
I like pumpkin spice.
Oh, there's no judgment. It's just I just don't get it. Like the one I liked was the Christmas time when we had the gingerbread latte. Those were really good. Yeah,
that was good. We have it's generally like summer fallish, and actually it's not Starbucks, which we do have, but it's Dunkin' Donuts, which is super big here. Butter pecan, which is also an ice cream flavor. I suppose so is pumpkin spice, but yeah, butter pecan is really lovely too. Those are, anytime butter pecan is available, that's my go-to. And then when pumpkin spice hits is generally right after that. I'm like, and if you take some pumpkin spice and you mix a little more vanilla in there,
Yeah. I mean,
it's awesome.
I'm not a coffee person anyway. I was a barista for like 3 years of my life, and
So did it ruin it for you? Were you a coffee person before that?
No, I've always been like. I think if you were to like ask anyone like what drink they picture me holding, it will be a cup of tea. I've been a tea boy, but it's like alcohol. I don't drink either. I just don't like the taste of alcohol.
Yeah.
But gingerbread and vanilla lattes I'll drink.
What kind of tea do you like?
Oh, so I'm going on a bit of a teabag journey at the minute. That sounds really weird. Didn't mean to come out like that.
So many amazing things just randomly happened. That was a gift for everybody. So tell us about your teabag journey.
So I started off like in my days of an adult and making my own cups of tea. I go for a brand typically called Tetley. And any Brits who are watching this are probably going to turn their nose up at that because that's kind of like the pleb choice. Like that's if you have no taste in tea.
We get Tetley over here.
Tetley's so good. But everyone kept raving about Yorkshire tea, which is the tea bags I'm currently going through at the moment. They're okay. I don't see the hype. It's just a stronger taste, which I bombard my tea with 3 sugars anyway, so I don't really...
Oh.
Yeah, I have to have sweet tea. And then we've got another brand, which is probably the most popular one, called PG Tips.
Oh, I don't know that brand.
We used to have some really cool adverts for it in the 90s where it was like 2 monkeys who would just like make cups of tea and just sit around talking. It's pretty cool. I'll have to see if I can find it on YouTube and send you a link.
So is it just regular black tea that you like?
No, I have to have milk in mine. I can't...
No, I mean, so black tea versus green tea versus herbal versus white.
Oh, no, I'm just a black tea. If you want, like, green tea and any of that fancy shit, you go to my girlfriend. She's got a cupboard full of it.
Yeah, I actually, one of our friends, Kai, I've shown him my tea cabinet before, and I've got a lot of tea. Should probably just start like, oh, it's Christmas, have some tea. Oh, it's your birthday, have some tea. I've got a lot of tea.
I like hibiscus tea. I mean, I know that's not like typically a hot tea.
I was going to say it's really good iced.
Yeah, no, I do like hibiscus. And I think the only other weird drink I like is, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it like a rooibos or a rebus or something?
Oh, I've always said rooibos, but I could be wrong too because I don't know that I've ever heard it said.
No, I used to serve it. I can make one, but that was quite nice. And I'm a sucker for a good chai. I
love chai. What about pumpkin spice chai?
I've never tried it. I'd be interested.
Oh, I think we just gave you a thing to put on your to-do list. Okay, so besides making coffee and really good lattes and tea, which sounds like it should be an incredible superpower, if that were not your superpower, and you could choose any superpower, what would it be and why?
I'm going to come at this with the power, and then I'm going to have to make a quick caveat because there's someone out there I know who's... So I would pick the power to teleport, but the caveat is the player who plays Zenfire, who doesn't wish to be named... Whenever I've mentioned this before, he always brings up the fact that, if you teleport to a different location, you're going to, like, rip yourself out of Earth's gravitational pull and you'll be, like, flung off into space. So I will take the power to teleport, but still stay connected to the Earth.
You know what's funny is that whenever, like, we'll do that in our house, we'll be watching a movie, and it's, like, Zootopia. It's something completely, like, fantastical. And something will happen. And I go, that's where you draw the line. Like, teleportation is a thing. And we've all agreed that teleportation is a thing. But where you draw the line is the fact that in the world of physics, you would be flung all the way over there. Teleportation's all right. But the schematics and mathematics and the scientific process behind it would render... I mean, what about flying? So, Zenfire, we've got a lot of questions about any superpower. It's an interesting one. I don't feel like that's one that comes up very often. Super useful.
Yeah, it's the logic behind it literally just stems from the fact that if you can fly or if you can run super fast, you still got to take time out of your day to make the journey.
Mm.
Like, if you're 5 minutes late for a meeting in like San Francisco and you're up in Maine, even if you could fly the speed of sound, that's still like a good couple hours journey.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah, but to teleport and you're like, oh, I've got to be at like the Golden Gate Bridge in 3 seconds. Oh, I'm here. Like,
It sounds like poor planning, honestly. If you had to be at the Golden Gate Bridge in 3 seconds and you were in Maine still, you definitely need something like teleportation.
it's
I mean,
the
but that only addresses the ones that take you places. That's not even so flying, yeah, but like mind reading or invisibility. Do you think that those ones are interesting, or they're just not even on the radar for you?
I mean, mind reading, like, I'm one of those people where if I assume someone likes me and I can have conversations with them, I wouldn't like to then accidentally read their mind and realize they don't like me. Like,
Fair. I
it'd
think
be
that
cool.
mind reading is like people pick it and they don't really think that one through. You don't
Yeah.
necessarily want to know everything inside some. I don't want to know all the things inside my own head.
No,
I
it's
definitely don't want to know the things inside other people's heads.
No, I'm with you on it. Like, ignorance is bliss, and I blissfully live ignorant. Uh,
Fair
and
enough.
then, yeah, and then things like invisibility, they're going to be cool and all, yeah, but then as soon as someone figures out, oh, you're the invisible man, you're going to get labelled as like a potential pervert or like a creeper. And like, there's
And
no
then
way.
everybody starts to walk around with pockets of flour and just throws it around everywhere.
Yeah,
to try and
exactly.
find where you are. You're outed. Your visibility is negated.
Exactly. Like, I think as a straight white man, you will never be able to use that power without being labelled something derogatory. So,
In that perspective, you
Yeah.
are probably correct. So nice segue from the creature
Straight
that
white
is
man.
the straight white man. Liam from Hampshire wants to know, if you were to be a creature from any universe, what would it be and why?
ooh. See, I suppose there's kind of like an ethical debate on my answer because they're not technically human, but they're an amalgamation of like demon and human. So there's this character called Dante who's half demon. His dad was a demon lord, and his mum was just like a normal woman. And they fell in love, they banged, and had Dante.
How that happens most times.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how crossbreeding works, but yeah, he like outwardly he's human, but he gets like the strength, the speed. He's like super durable. Like human weapons can't kill him. But then he can turn into like his true demon form, like at will, basically.
Oh,
So I'd call that a creature just because he's not by definition human.
yeah.
He's something more, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Is this so? In case I'm not alone in not having any idea what Dante is a character from, besides the author of the Inferno, who is what? What does Dante come from? I don't know. I don't know this lore and story of which you speak.
It's funny you bring up Dante's Inferno because Dante has a brother called Virgil.
Yes.
So those are Dante is the main character in a game called Devil May Cry,
Okay.
and Virgil, his brother, is the kind of bad guy in two of the titles. It starts off as like a sibling rivalry thing. Like Dante wants to fight for the good of mankind, kill all the demons because they killed his mum.
Yeah.
Virgil wants to kill demons to gain more power to then take over the world and enslave humanity and all this typical bad guy rhetoric, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like the pulling of those two
Yeah.
characters.
And you know what? It's even if you don't care for the lore, it's still just such a fun game. The game's whole premise is just looking stylish while killing shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just dress up, get a couple swords, couple guns, and just go about your day. strike a
I mean,
pose, and it's so good. It really is. Like, I
if
couldn't
you,
do it justice. But
if you have to kill people, you might as well look good doing it.
exactly. And
Good.
over the years, like from 2001 to the last one came out in 2018, I want to say, Dante's gone from like a Hugo Boss model all the way up now to something you probably see in like Calvin Klein. Like, he's very rugged, long hair. Like, I don't swing that way, but goddamn, I would if I could.
But there's that big like.
Yeah.
But well, it sounds like I'll be looking that up later. You said Calvin Klein model, and my brain went Marky Mark.
Oh,
Mark Wahlberg.
I'll send you a decent picture so you don't have to like taint your browser history.
Awesome. All of a sudden, somebody's gonna come over my shoulder. What are you looking?
Nothing.
I'm busy. Go away. Excellent. So this, you're gonna have to tell us who this is, because it sounds like somebody's trying to get you to admit to something.
Okay.
This question comes from Tyler, and
That's
the
my
question
brother.
is, okay, what's something you're proud of but probably shouldn't be?
Oh,
Making half demons?
I wish. Yeah, no, I think he knows this story, and I don't know if this is the one he's trying to get out of me. But back when I was like 15 or 16, some friends of like me and some friends went round like a friend of a friend's house. Excuse me, I don't remember the guy's name, but he was like the crazy kid who was always doing like extreme stuff, and like I tried to draw a comparison from like movies or something, but he was like that cool big brother who had like a moped and smoked and drank, and a bad influence, but like when you're like a 15-year-old kid, he's like the biggest badass on the planet.
Yeah.
So he went around this guy's house and he's like, I've got a broken down moped out back. I will give one of you £20 to suck the air out of the car tyre. The moped tyre. I was the first to raise my hand. And yeah, so I didn't even think about it. I just picked the tyre up. He gave me like a little Swiss Army knife thing to like hit the valve with. I got like 4 seconds in, and then I woke up on his couch about 4 hours later because I had collapsed after getting halfway through the tyre, but I don't remember any of that.
It sounds like you had 15-year-old boy decision-making process. Yeah. Did he give you the money?
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, he gave me the money. I think if anything, it was more hush money to stop me from like.
Don't tell mom. Don't tell the cops. Do you remember what you bought with that money, or did you like frame it and put it on the wall? And everybody always asks you why, and you're like, I can't talk about that.
Knowing me, I probably did something like just like, oh, this is hard-earned money. Like, I literally gave my life for this almost. But no, I probably just went to McDonald's afterwards or something.
Went to McDonald's and bought
Banana
banana shake.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good reason to almost die is for a banana milkshake from McDonald's of all places. So toes being a little bit chilly, still even in my socks. I have a sock preference. So thickness, thinness, height on my foot, like a low cut versus an ankle cut versus, I don't know, mid, what is it called? Crude cut sock.
Off.
Knee highs, whatever. Do you have a sock preference?
I do, and it's one I get laughed at for quite often when people see my socks. So for a good solid 5 years of my life, I didn't wear socks at all. Indoors, outdoors, in shoe, out shoe. I don't know why. Like, it just felt like my feet were trapped and I couldn't flex my toes, and it didn't hurt, but I don't know how to describe it, but like it felt like I should be in pain.
Okay.
Like it's really weird. I don't know how to explain it, but
It's like a sensory thing.
Yeah, it must have been. And then I think it was on like TV or something. I don't exactly remember where, but I saw someone wearing like toe socks, like with the individual cutouts for the toes, and I just fell in love with them instantly. I was like, I need to try them. And yeah, since then I've exclusively used ankle cut toe socks.
Ankle cut toe socks. So I went through a phase of my life where I also had toe socks. But they were always like up to my knee. I don't think I've ever seen ankle cut toe socks.
Yeah, no, like I specifically get those because I always get self-conscious if I'm wearing shorts, because I'd like to think I could pull off like the old early 2000s skater look where they're wearing like the tube socks like mid-calf, but I get really self-conscious about like that.
Yeah.
So even if I do have socks that had like, you know, like above ankle length, I'd like fold them over so they'd never poke out. I don't know why. I've always just been really...
I mean, honestly, if you're walking around like that, you're going to get a pretty terrible tan line. Having mid-calf, tan up to the bend of the knee, and then white all the way to the bottom. It makes it very convenient for, just... Sorry, it makes it very convenient for just being able to slip in and out of sandals, like specifically flip-flops. That's my thing. I am a free the toe kind of person. Actually, back in school, I had this performance that I was doing, and I begged my teacher to let me do it barefoot, and she said no. And I said, I'm wearing a dress that goes all the way down to the ground. Nobody's going to see my feet. And she was like, no. And I said, but I work better when my feet are in communion with the ground and the earth. And she didn't buy it. But so the point is, I also like my toes to be free, but it generally is a fashion statement that gets you made fun of. So
Yeah.
I do actually currently right now, the only pair of toe socks that I have, my mother-in-law bought for me, and they're not full-on toe socks. The big toe is separated from the rest of them. So I think it's specifically made to, wear on with a flip-flop, and those look even dumber than regular toes.
Are they like almost silky? Like they're very like...
They're not. They're just regular, like, cottony material.
Because there's Japanese socks that I can't remember what they're called, but they're made for sandals.
Yeah, I think that this is probably the same style. And I mean, maybe she thought that I could pull off the socks with sandals look. I don't know. But I've got a pair. So we'll be toe sock weirdos, banana ice cream weirdos together.
Hello, and thank you for watching part 1 of the 200 subscriber Q&A. I know it's taken a little while to get through to it after the initial announcement was made, but as you can see, we've had to separate into multiple parts because there was a lot to go over, so editing through it has been fun. If you had any other questions you maybe wanted answered, check out the other 3 parts that we've got going up. You might find a question similar to yours in one of those. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.